Kanchana Barana Biraja Subesa, Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesa. Did you get a glimpse while chanting Hanuman Chalisa? Of the same meaning, whatever is said over here, mind should form an image of Hanumanji when we chant. One with golden body, wearing beautiful clothes. Kanchana Barana Biraja Subesha, very beautiful clothes, sitting in Virasana. Kanana Kundala, golden earrings. Kunchita Kesa, curly hairs. Hatha Bajra, thunderbolt in one hand. Dhwaja Viraje, flag in another hand. Kande Munja Janehu Saje. Having a janevu made out of munja grass, that is our Hanumanji. Holding on to Rupa of the Lord is one way of turning attention towards Bhagavan. But that Rupa has to be Pramanika. Pramanika means it has to have a valid means. If you have Lord Shiva, you cannot have Sudarshan Chakra. What Ayudha Lord Shiva has should come from Shastra. So it will be Trishul, at the most Pinaka. You can keep bow and arrow. Like that, Hanumanji, how he looks, that form of the Lord has to come from scriptures. So this we had seen, and I think we saw the next Chaupayi also, Sankara Suvana Kesari Nandana. Right? Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana. No, okay. Let us chant it then. Sankara Suvana Kesari Nandana, Sankara Suvana Kesari Nandana, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavan, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavan, Sankara Suvana Kesari Nandana, Kesari Nandana, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavan, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavan, Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Devatas, they are known for getting into trouble. Every now and then they will do something by which they will end up in a fight with Asuras. Asuras will become more powerful. Then they go to Bhagwan and pray. This is how it was when Ravana had created a havoc. All Devatas go to Brahmaji first. They say, Brahmaji, please do something. He said, this is out of my ability. All of us have to go to Bhagwan Vishnu. You have to go and pray to him. So then everybody goes to Bhagwan Vishnu. They do stuti of the Lord. Jaya Jaya Suranayaka Jana Sukhadayaka Pranatapala Bhagavanta. They call out with so much of devotion that Bhagwan manifests and assures them, I will take avatara, all your sorrows will end. Don't worry about Ravana, I will take care of him. Now Devatas happily clap their hand like this, are going back to Swarga to enjoy again. Brahmaji calls everybody back. He says, you got into trouble and Bhagwan has to take avatara and remove your trouble and you will keep enjoying over here. If Bhagwan is taking avatara as Nara, all of you have to become Vanara. Become a monkey, one notch down so that you can serve Bhagwan. And he says, I will lead by example. So Brahmaji becomes Jambavanji. Jambavanji. Everybody is an incarnation. Angada, Nala, Neela, Sugriva. All of them are different deities, different gods taken a monkey form. And when Mahatmaji says, when Bhagwan decided to come as Bhagwan Rama, as a Nara, Vedas came down as Ramayana. whatever is the essence of Vedas, same essence is there in Ramayana. So that we can understand who is Bhagwan Rama and our path towards Lord is paved. So like this, all the stage was set. Who is going to come, in which form they are going to come. Lord Shiva said, why should I miss out on this? My Ishtadevata is Bhagwan Rama, Bhagwan Vishnu. Why should I stay in Kailasa? He says, I also want to come. But if I have to come in a form that Bhagwan will accept my seva. So incarnation of Lord Shiva is our Hanumanji. But now Lord Shiva has to take avatara here. So he chooses Anjani and Kesari. Kesari is the chieftain of the monkeys and Anjani is his wife. He says, I will manifest in their family. So the Teja, the brilliance of Lord Shiva, gets carried to Anjani through Vayu Bhagwan, Vayu Devata. So Hanumanji gets all different titles. Sankara Suvana, Kesari Nandana, Pavana Tanaya. Means he is son of Lord Shiva, son of Anjani and Kesari, and is also son of Vayu Devata. Otherwise you wonder how many, Tanaya Hanumanji is. Sometimes you say Sankara Suvana, sometimes you say Pavana Tanaya. All of that is true because it was done in this way. Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana. His glory is such, his fame is such that it is spread all over the world. Now this is a quality of Hanumanji, very beautiful quality. Wherever he went, he won over people's heart. Even in Lanka, wherever Hanumanji went, he won people's heart. That is how his Teja was spread all over the world. Even in today's time, you see how widespread Hanuman Chalisa is. There are many other compositions which get limited by geography, get limited by culture, get limited by language. But Hanuman Chalisa is one composition, no boundaries of geography, demographics, age. Many of you might have been familiar with the Hanuman Chalisa, what do they call it? Continuous Paranam they had done, our CCM TED organized it. Marathon, Chalisathon or something. It was so nice to see different countries participate and chant in their own unique way. That is our Hanumanji, Teja Pratapa Mahajagabandhana. Next Chaupayi is another quality of Hanumanji, seventh one you see. Vidyavan guniyati chatur Rama kaj karibe ko atur Vidyavan guniyati chatur Rama kaj karibe ko atur Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Up you can come inside, you don't have to stand at the door. Last few seats, if you can leave it open, it might help people. Everybody else can keep looking at me, huh? They'll take care. Hanumanji has two qualities which go always together. Vidyavana and Guni. Vidyavana means one who has knowledge, one who is very scholarly. But that scholastic ability has not fulfilled its purpose unless there are values. In our own life, we see those people whom we revere, those whose company we cherish, amongst our friends, relatives. It is those who have left an impression on our mind. It is not necessary that we had a hair-splitting discussion with them. A lot of vidya was exchanged. If we value that, it is well and good. But if it comes at the cost of guna, that vidya alone is of no good. One Mahatmaji would say, how do you define guna? He says, guna is that thing which makes a person sweet, and you spend time with that person, you feel as though your mind has been refreshed. On the other hand, if somebody has ahankara, lot of pride, you spend little time with that ahankara, mind gets more agitated. So that is our Hanumanji, one who has vidya and also has guna. In entire Ramcharitmanas, there are 3 instances where Hanumanji takes Brahmana form. Quiz time, huh? If you are Balvihar, quiz question. When was the first time Hanumanji took Brahmana form? When he meets Bhagwan Rama. First time he goes as a Brahmana. So whenever he takes Brahmana form, he exhibits the quality of Vidyavana. If you read the Chaupayis in those prasanga, we will know he took Brahmana form because of this quality. So when he meets Bhagwan Rama the first time, he mentions 3 different indicators of the Lord. First, he tries to understand Bhagwan just by his physical appearance. Then he says, you cannot be just this prince. There is something more to you. Are you Nara and Narayana, who have taken a human form and you are coming here? Or are you that all-pervading Lord, who has taken avatar to remove sorrow of human beings? And this is where Bhagwan praises his speech. So there is a lot of vidya, but along with that there is guna. Guna of his humility, guna of being small in front of the Lord. Second one, when he takes Brahmana form, when does he take second one? When he meets Vibhishanji. When he meets Vibhishanji, Vibhishanji had a lot of doubts, lot of questions about himself. All of that he removes through Ramakatha. In Brahmana Vesha he goes, and through his knowledge, it's a great ability, huh? If somebody is sinking down, to bring them out from that stage just through words. That is his vidvatta. But does it with so much humility. He says, why are you doubting whether Bhagwan Rama will accept you or not? We are monkeys. And he says, the one who takes our name in the morning doesn't get food on that day. That is his humility. He says, even people like us, Bhagwan Rama accepted. Why are you feeling that he will not accept you? Shravana Sujasu, Suni Ayavu. I have heard about your glory, O Bhagwan, from Hanumanji. On the strength of that, I have left Ravana and I have come to you. So my Sharanagati is only through Shravanam. I have not seen you, I don't know what is your nature. But Hanumanji is such a powerful teacher. Just through his words, he could create an impression of Bhagwan Rama in Vibhishanji's heart. Along with Vidya, there is Guna. Now tell me the third time he takes Brahmana Vesha. When he meets Bharatji, when they come back after the Vanvasa, he says Bharatji is in such a precarious condition. You should not surprise him with anything. Because 14 years had gone by and he was ready to give up his body. So Hanumanji goes in Brahmana form And same job. His job is only one: to bring whoever is going down just through words back to their previous stage. And he gives hope to Bharatji that all your sadhanas, Bhagwan is very pleased. Just wait for a few more days. He doesn't want to arrive early. You know that, right? Bhagwan stays one day outside. Whatever time he has given, not before, not after. Right on that time, Bhagwan comes. That is our Hanumanji. Wherever he shows Vidya, there he shows Guna also. Vidyavana Guni Ati Chatura. Chatura means he is Vyavahara Kushala. Vyavahara Kushala means very dexterous, very quick thinking in his work. Today's colloquial term, they say, being in the moment. Have you heard that phrase? Whenever a situation comes, wherever we are, either at work, at family. Now this person, if his mind always goes in future, suddenly goes in result mode, he cannot do justice to his decision at that moment. Or if it is stuck in the past, oh, last time when I did this, such a thing happened. Right now, his decision will be very shallow, you say, or not well thought through. So Chatura is somebody who can think off their feet in a given moment, thinking very quickly. It is Chatura, not Chatura. Chatura means one who is shrewd. Okay? You should not say Vidyavana Guni Ati Chatura. Guni Ati Chatura. You know, when Sugriva, he forgets Bhagwan, goes and becomes indulgent. Bhagwan Rama tells Lakshmanji, that portion is beautiful. He is praising nature. Rama's reveries in nature. Puja Guruji has written a book looking at monsoon season and praising Mother Nature. And he says, these mosquitoes are bothering, so many things are happening. But Lakshmanji, where is Sugriva? He didn't even come to ask me, do you have shelter in rainy season? It's pouring and he has gone and gotten indulgent in his own kingdom. Lakshmanji was waiting for this. He said, Bhagwan, just give me an indication. I can go finish Sugriva and come. Bhagwan says, no, Lakshmanji. You just have to go. Remind Sugriva, the arrow which finished Vali is still here. My Bana is Amoga Bana. I keep only one. It does its work, comes back again. Remind him that it's still here. Lakshmanji says, okay. And his anger was such, it is said all of Sugriva's intoxication came down. He was indulgent, so many things he was doing. Everything got washed away just by hearing that Lakshmanji is coming. But one good thing is, he always had Hanumanji by his side. A minister who gives right, unbiased advice. If we don't have somebody like that, he says such a king perishes very quickly. Minister who pleases his king, doctor who pleases his patient, and teacher who pleases his student. 3 people perish. King will perish, the patient will perish, and the student will perish. So our Sugriva, one good thing he had was, always Hanumanji was by his side. Hanumanji says, none of you can go in front of Lakshmanji right now. Only person who can go and talk to Lakshmanji is Tara. She is the only one who can calm him down. Send Tara to talk to Lakshmanji. And that is how it unfolds also. Lakshmanji's anger calms down. And then Sugriva says, Lakshmanji, this is the last mistake. I will not commit any mistake from here onwards. Let's go to Bhagwan Rama now. And then they go to Bhagwan. What does Sugriva say? It is your fault, Bhagwan. You have kept your Maya in such a way that if a Jiva gets stuck, Jiva loses focus, you should not be surprised. यह गुण साधन ते नहीं होई, तुम्हारी कृपा पाव कोई कोई. all the sadhanas that we do, if we do it with this pride that I am going to do it. Sugriva says, my condition is just like that sadhaka. I have tried several times, but I keep falling that many times. In devotion, there are two forms of devotion, One is called as markatavat, another is called as marjaravat. Markatavat means the monkey baby holding on to the mother. There is a fear that sometimes it can leave its hand and fall down. So that is one devotion where the devotee is trying to hold on to the Lord. But his condition is such, time and again he keeps falling down. Something else comes, he leaves both hands, falls down. Second devotion is like a mother cat holding her kitten. Where she is holding, no matter what this cat does, it will never fall down. But you see Bhagwan's nature, how it is. Even though it has those teeth and everything, no harm comes to that cat. Even if you see the tiger or a leopard holding its child with its teeth, such sharp teeth is there. In spite of that, no harm comes. That is the second form of devotion, Marjari Bhakti. Devotee has this conviction that Bhagwan will never let go of me. If I stray away from my path, he will make sure that I come back on my path. So that is our Hanumanji, one who reminds Sugriva, one who goes there and then becomes a devotee of the Lord. We took that example to elaborate the word Chatura. Sometimes when you get too much into the story, you wonder where is Hanuman Chalisa here? On the word only we are reflecting. If you hold on to the word and you just write one word as note, the whole thing should come back. Okay. Next line is beautiful. Who is our Hanumanji? Rama kaja karibeko atura. Hanumanji is somebody who is very, very eager to do our Bhagwan Rama's work. Whenever I read this Chaupayi, I always remember one interview of Puja Gurudev. Many of you might know, Gurudev's one Swarna Tulabhara was done on his 75th birthday. And after that, he gave a small speech. And that was the time when he was, very sick. And he's talking about importance of enthusiasm while doing seva. And this video clip is there in our Vibhuti also. If you go to that Chinmaya Jivan Darshan, it plays on a very big screen. So that's why that impression is very strong for me. He says, nothing is wrong with our program. The text we study, the way everything is laid out, everything is in its right place. What we lack today is enthusiasm. And he says, so many years I spent, 40 years, trying to create enthusiastic workers. But he says, it is too late for me to see. They are coming up now, but too late for me to see. So that is this seva bhava, where the sevaka is very, very enthusiastic in every single thing he does. Rama kaja karibeko atura. In case of Hanumanji, Bhagwan Rama gave him specific work. And he said, take this ring, go and give to Sitaji and come back. How will we know which is our Rama kaja? If we are waiting for Bhagwan Rama to give a ring like that, we will forever keep waiting. Rama kaja for us is whatever responsibility Bhagwan has given us. That is our Rama kaja. Wherever he has placed us, and according to that place, according to the role, different responsibilities he has given, that is our Rama kaja. It could be taking care of family, children, work, whatever other seva we do. Everything is Ramakaja. In that one should have aturta. Aturta means enthusiasm. That is his inner mindset. Now this enthusiasm is such, it brings out the best in somebody. Our own potential, which could be dormant and hidden, if we can find an inspiring goal and be enthusiastic about it, whatever inner things were hidden, potential was hidden, all of that will manifest. Now if you have to see this, in Hanumanji, we have to go to Kishkinda Kanda. Everybody ready? Okay. Because we'll have to keep moving back and forth. It is not a linear flow of thought in the story of Hanumanji. Kishkinda Kanda, they go from Swayam Prabha's cave to the shore of the ocean. Right? Swayam Prabha is that yogini who says, you all have set out on a goal, don't doubt that goal. You will find Sita ji. Close your eyes and you will find the right guidance here onwards. So Sita ji there represents inner peace. So if you want to find inner peace, if you keep your eyes open and you search outside, you will never find her. Little bit of closing eyes is needed. You do that, you will find your way forward. So they close their eyes, open their eyes, and they see they are on the shore of this ocean. Huge ocean is there in front, several yojanas, several miles long. The captain of the team is our Angadji. And captain, it is said, should always raise the enthusiasm of the team. But Angadji, on the other hand, he himself loses enthusiasm. He looks at that ocean in front and he says, if we go ahead, there is death. If you go behind, there is another thing waiting. Sugriva is ready to kill us. Because Sugriva had put that condition, 1 month if you don't come back, you will be finished. He says, I knew before when my father was getting liberated, that time only Sugriva would have finished me. But because Bhagwan was there, he kept me. But now there is nowhere to go. There is death both ways. Like this, when he is sinking down, Jambavanji speaks. He says, Angadji, you are doing some fundamental mistakes in your thinking. What is your mistake? Jambavanji says, Angadji, you are thinking that your Swami, your master is some individual. You are thinking that your master is Sugriva, whereas the truth is, our master is Bhagwan Rama. So you are not working for Sugriva, you are working for the Lord. And if he has chosen you for some role, it is his responsibility to give you guidance. It is his responsibility to give you strength. So why are you getting so anxious that what is going to come in the future? Another thing I will remind you, Angadji. Jambavanji says, don't feel that Bhagwan needs us to accomplish his work. He is the Lord of the universe. He could have chosen anybody to fulfill his work. If he has chosen us, we are very grateful that he chose us. If you can work with this mindset, even if you are unsuccessful, that sadhaka will still get glory. Like Jatayuji. Jatayuji fought with Ravana. Externally, is it success or failure? He failed to save Sita ji back. But internally, it's a success. Became very dear to Bhagwan. We never look at Jatayuji as somebody who failed. He says that thought you keep in mind. You might be working for somebody, but your real master is the Lord. And it is up to him to send the right advice, right guidance at the right time. Right when Jambavanji was doing this inspiring speech to Angadji, Sampati comes. Sampati was the brother of Jatayu. And then he tells, I am seeing Sitaji over there. Your goal is very much close in sight. And while he was talking, all his wings come back. Sampati says, in childhood, I had a lot of pride. I can accomplish anything. Arrogance I had. And once in play, we went to eat the sun. That is when all my wings got burnt. And the curse came in this way, that my wings were burnt. But the boon was, it said, whenever you meet a devotee of the Lord, your wings will come back again. So while he was looking, all his wings are coming back. He says, now I know I have met Bhagwan's devotee. The important thing to note here is, we know that darshan of Bhagwan gives great punya. This is one of those rare moments when darshan of Bhagwan's devotee also gives a lot of punya. Those who saw Bhagwan Rama, they got their own great results in life. But those who saw these Vanaras, Sampadiji says, even looking at you, whatever results I had to get, all of it I got. But while this whole thing is going on, Sampati has told them now, you have to go across the ocean. Sitaji is there, you have to bring the message. All Vanaras start measuring their strength. How much high jump, they can do, long jump. Somebody says few miles, somebody says 50 miles. Angadji says, I can go, but no guarantee of return ticket. Only one way, I don't know if I can come back or not. Jambavanji says, you are our captain. Even if you could have come back, we would not have sent you. Because a captain should not feel small. He should not feel that he is very weak. So Jambavanji makes him feel better. But it is said, Angadji was afraid of bhoga, pleasures. Sometimes we know whenever there are a lot of pleasures around, Las Vegas if you go, whatever mindset we have before and whatever is our mindset after coming from there, we will see that impact. That is why many are afraid to go there. So this is our Angadji. He said in Lanka, it is all Bhoga Nagari. Moment you see those things around, my mind can get deluded again. He says, I will not go, let somebody else go. And this is where our Hanumanji is quietly sitting, not saying anything. Doing Ramanama Japa. Eyes are still closed because Swayam Prabha had told, keep your eyes closed, follows instructions to the dot. She told to keep eyes closed, his eyes are closed. Then Jambavanji says, Hanumanji, why are you sitting so quiet here? Your purpose of taking human birth, purpose of coming here as Hanumanji, that purpose is to fulfill the work of today. Bhagwan Rama has a work to be accomplished. For accomplishing that work alone, you have come here. Pavana Tanaya Bala Pavana Samana. You are the son of Pavan Devata. So much of power you have. And Hanumanji had that curse. Unless somebody reminds Hanumanji, he would not remember his strength. Now don't think this is only true for Hanumanji. Huh? It is true for every child, every youngster, every sadhaka for that matter. We need somebody who can trust in us. Somebody who can convincingly tell us that this is something you can do. And if it comes from a person whom we revere, that makes a very profound impact. I always remember one example when we had our Vedanta Ramanam camp in Sandeepany. all of us were made to speak in front of Guruji, Swamiji, and everybody else. For me, it has been the longest 5 minutes I've spoken ever. And so much of pressure, I felt almost asking Guruji and Swamiji after every line, is that correct? What I'm saying, is it okay? And many of us are not used to speaking. Means it is not something you have been learnt, you have learnt up, grown up learning. So that fear is there in the heart. And it can express in many ways. Veputuscha sharire me, roma harshascha jayate, gandivam samsate hastat, everything can happen. And one brahmacharini, she was so afraid of speaking there, almost trembling. And Guruji would come and enter Saraswati Nilayam from the front. So she was standing right at the entrance. And you could see, she is saying, Guruji, please do whatever it takes so that I don't have to speak. You have a lot of power. Please use it right now. Guruji only said, Are, you are such a great devotee of Gurudev. Wherever you are posted, you are doing such good work. Remember him and you speak. I know you will do good. Only this much Guruji said. It took the timekeeper to tell her to stop later. The amount of free flowing. It was in a local language. They were speaking in Telugu, so very elaborate and so much of free flowing speech. But the whole thing is the importance of somebody who can build that trust in us. Our own mind, if we ask, our mind is like moon. You know that story, right? Ganesh Bhagwan. Moon laughs on Ganeshji. So moon represents Devata of the mind. Whenever we set a high goal, whenever we want to do something good, same mind laughs at us. Last time you tried, you know what happened? This time, how is it going to happen differently? But the one who can not allow us to go in that direction. That is Bhagwan's grace. That is what makes somebody like Jambavanji. So he reminds Hanumanji of his strength. Then that Hanumanji was so quietly sitting in one place, taking Bhagwan's name. Suddenly he becomes Parvatakara. Parvatakara means of the form of a mountain. And he tells Jambavanji, I can go cross this ocean, lift Trikuta mountain, where Ravana's Lanka is. I can finish Ravana and bring Sitaji back. All these things I can do, but Jambavanji, please tell me what I should do. Jambavanji says, Hanumanji, your enthusiasm is appreciable. But all these things are out of scope. Your work is only to go, talk to Sitaji, give Bhagwan's message, and get Sitaji's message back. Finishing Ravana is Bhagwan Rama's work. What has to happen to Lanka, Bhagwan Rama will decide. We should just do whatever he has told us. Hanumanji agrees. He doesn't feel my limitations or my abilities are being limited. They are not allowing me to go forward. He says, no. This is a great insight for a sadhaka. We might be capable of doing many things. That doesn't mean we should end up doing everything. What is our dharma? And what is it that we really should be doing? The one who has this viveka, Bhagwan calls that person as Sattvika Buddhi. 18th chapter. What I should do and what I should not do. Gurudev says in one place, majority problems come in life because we haven't learned the art of saying no. Now, no should not be neti. Everything you say no. Not out of fear or running away from responsibility. But sometimes if our enthusiasm becomes so much that we keep saying yes and not have this clarity, what I should take up. says that sadhaka will be very stressed. So Hanumanji, the main message here is Rama kaja karibe ko atura. He is very enthusiastic to do Bhagwan's work. But at the same time, his viveka is very, very clear. He knows how to take guidance and knows what kind of work he should do. Okay. Now there is one more point here, very helpful for a sadhaka, helpful for a youngster, children in particular. Our potential remains dormant unless we get an inspiring goal. Especially in the beginning stages of life, there is so much potential inside. Parents also feel that, right? He says, my child, so much potential is there. But all of it is in unmanifest form. If it has to become manifest, the main anchor which will bring out that unmanifest potential is having an inspiring goal. Now this is true for somebody who is in secular path. It is also true for somebody who is on the spiritual path. If you don't have a spiritual goal, whatever spiritual potential was there, it will remain dormant. Means we will never know that we can take up some sadhanas, do something with study. So to bring out all of that, we should keep asking ourselves, what is my inspiration? What is my goal, which I am really looking forward to? If goal can have these qualities, it becomes easier for us. What are those qualities? First quality is, I should be able to effortlessly love that goal. My goal should be such that it is lovable. Somebody else need not tell me that this is what you should be doing. If somebody can find such a goal, you don't have to worry about that person. They will take the right steps, they'll be proactive, more outgoing, find their own path. All opportunities they will seek, as long as that goal is lovable. What other word we use is aptitude, right? In movies and all, they will use more fancy words. What is your inner calling? Right, inner calling. In Vedanta we say swadharma. What is that thing which naturally comes to us and which we really are seeking in life? All this is a matter of asking ourselves questions. Unless we ask a question, we will realize our life is going just like that. But the moment we start asking, our mind will start thinking about these topics. What was the first indicator of a goal, attribute of a goal? Should be effortlessly lovable. Second is, that goal also should be achievable. Means whatever goals we are setting, our past decisions will have a role to play in my condition today. And if I impulsively set goals which are very different from my past choices, so you can achieve it, but still it will require a lot of course correction. For example, today some desire comes in my mind, I want to become the president of this country. So you told me to have an inspiring goal, right? I want to become the president. You say it is good you have this inspiration, but it is not achievable. Your decisions of the past have made you what you are today. And suddenly you want something totally different. You say you will not be able to take concrete, actionable steps. What will I do today if I want to become the president? You say either quit everything and then do something else. But if you say, if you are a spiritual seeker, your goal is to memorize Bhagavad Gita. Now that's an achievable goal. relevant goal in line with what your background is. You don't feel this is a Charvak discussion, huh? Because all these topics come in Charvak Darshana. Charvak Darshana is not a bad Darshana. Huh? Materialism, it's a school of thought. Whenever we hear the word Charvak, we feel, oh, it is not for us. You see, if it was not something good in it, it will not be counted as Darshana. This goal setting part is all part of Charvak Darshana. Okay, second is that goal should be achievable. Third one is, having done that or accomplished that goal, I should be left with a sense of fulfillment. If my goal is inspiring, lovable, and achievable, but if it is not fulfilling, then I will always be left with discontentment inside. The one in whose life all these three things can come together: found an inspiring, lovable goal. Second was achievable goal. Third one is very fulfilling goal. That person will become Parvatakara. Means they will break the limitations of their own mind and they can take a very strong position in their life. You take the life of any saint. This is the goal which has made them transform into Parvatakara. In Gurudev's life, we see Gangaji flowing down and the inspiration that he gets from Gangaji. Just like Gangaji is going in the plains and giving her water. He says Jnana Ganga also should go down the plains and reach people. Lovable goal, achievable goal, and very, very fulfilling goal. With that becomes Parvatakara of a great Mahatma. You see Swami Vivekananda's life, same things you will find. Even in the secular world, somebody who has discovered these three things, they have become Parvatakara. Recently I met somebody on my India trip who was working or preparing for civil service exam. 2 years preparation, 12 hours a day. And they have a timetable schedule, what he has to do in that thing, full time. And the drive is there. I want to serve the country. I want to contribute by working in the roots. And he says, even in dream, I see only this civil service questions. Imagine 12 hours if he is studying every day, waking state, Jagrat Avastha. Swapna will be of the same thing. But it's very nice to see how that boy probably would have studied few hours, is able to study 12 hours just because of his goal. Rama Kaja Karibeko Atura. Okay, that is the Chaupayi we were reflecting. More we will see in the next session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.